all chatting the whole time. It's
I
like you were reading
too.
it.
I was.
That's funny.
Hey, guys.
Well, we are here.
We've been here the whole fucking time.
Literally chatting with you and everything. Reading the chat.
No.
That's pretty funny.
We weren't aware of fucking anything.
We're just chatting along. We
were just talking to everybody, saying hi and everything like that.
She was reading the chat.
Reading the chat like normal and everything like that and whatnot. And nobody said they or anything, so.
And Dalitha kept saying, who's they?
Like, who the fuck is they? Like, yeah, some bitches out there talking about they. I'm like, who the fuck is they? Like, whoa. Yeah, we've been here the whole fucking time, Sophie, so fuck off. The whole time.
Well, I'm glad everybody was in the chat, just chatting
along. We've been here since
Honestly,
6 o'clock, actually.
Vin was in there. Everybody was chatting. Ayla was talking about her disease. I'm sitting there talking about it. I'm talking about the PG era going away.
Yeah. Somebody asked
literally
about
had
it.
full conversation.
Had a conversation about it and everything. No fucking shit. And then I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? So I was going to text Ayla, like, are we, like, video shows that's on and everything else? And then Travis goes, are we not live? And I'm like, I don't know. I thought you pressed those buttons. So I look and, no, we fucking weren't. We fucking weren't live. Fuck. Jesus.
But we are now.
Hey, we're here now, though. We
just
got
in time for a commercial break. But
yes.
Liv Morgan did come out.
Yes.
But obviously you guys were probably watching. But McAfee was out there with Michael Cole. I was calling him Adam Cole earlier. And Baron Corbin showed up. So
yeah. So we did see all that.
But I was talking to you guys.
Yeah. Changing the thumbnails and all that good stuff. Anyways, I did say hi to everybody. But gosh darn it, I'll do it again. Walter's in the chat. Hey, Walter. Matthew's out there. Hey, Matthew. Ayla. Hey, Ayla. Sophie's with us. Chris is out there. Hey, Chris. Now we've got JVD and Film with us. Hey, guys. We have Hassan Terrell in the chat. Hey, my man. How's it going? Woo. How are you doing? You ready for your weekend? Yes, yes. Film's all ready for some armpits. Matthew's saying they are the government. And Ayla is laughing.
Who are they?
I'm like, who the fuck are they?
It was us.
We're the they. Time. We're the motherfucking they. Film's like, hey, Miss D and Travis, big hugs and big hearts, my favorite people. Sophie says, but only for Raw SmackDown is still going to be in PG, though. And we don't know if that'll
Telling Sophie that she should have went and got an Uber.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we were involved in this.
I could have gotten tickets and went to this show, and we're like, why didn't you just fucking get an Uber? That's what we were saying. Like, what the fuck, people? Matthew's like, Film, behave with Miss D exposing her pits. She's clean. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Ravi's in the chat. Hey, Ravi says, what's going on? And Ayla says, I had your back, not a disease. Funny thing, I was starting to get the cold from my kids, and the fever ended that. Well, it should.
Yeah, that's what fevers are for.
Oh, well, Matthew's telling you Lyft is better than Uber, and Sophie.
Oh, well, whatever.
Don't ask such stupid questions when we know you know. Don't even. It's not even worth the effort.
If you ain't know, now
Look
you
it
know.
up. Look it the fuck up.
What
Vindicator's like, not a better start possible, Travis. Watching Liv beat up old plastic surgery hound Natalia.
Ah. Yeah. Gets it out of the way right out of the gate.
As Ravi says, he's just got in from being out. Well, that's pretty gross.
We are going to find out who the
Vindicator
mystery...
was in here too earlier,
yes,
talking about how he was all excited to be all up in it.
Up in it. Oh yeah, we had a conversation about
Matthew was talking about how moist it was going to get.
Up in it.
Yeah, we saw it all of it. Now we know what you dirty little fuckers do when we're not around. It's pretty gross.
Big Brother's eyes watching you.
It's pretty gross. Just kidding. Azalea says, "What's an education?" Right? Matthew's like, T-Rex, how about the big Raw news? Are you just talking about the PG-14, TV-14 stuff?
We just talked about this.
Let's have this conversation again.
So, I
what
don't
do you think about TV-14?
Other than blood possibly and language changing, I don't see the women's division reverting back to the, early 10s and the 90s. I'm not opposed to it. I would actually enjoy it more, but I don't think they're going to go to bra and panty matches and mud wrestling or a Divas Championship or a Divas division. But I do see it turning more into like an AEW type violence. Maybe not so violent, with the blood and stuff, but they could.
Right. So Luke was saying that the reason, and they're not going to start on Monday Raw, guys, this Monday. So I guess they've run into some legal issues with some of it. So it could be Vince making a stink, which I highly doubt. I don't know why he would make a stink about it. You would think he would be on top and want it to happen to be TV-14. I don't really foresee that. But anyways, there's some legality issues that are happening or something like that. Did see some crazy back footage stuff of Natalya and Liv and how much Natalya fucking basically yelled and screamed at Liv while she was in the ring last week.
At a house show.
At a house show. She fucking like pointed at her and got fucking pissed.
She didn't sell her move at all. She took it, got pinned, got up, pointed at her.
She was like, that's fucking,
yelled at her
you
for a
could
minute.
just tell that she was mad at the fucking stupid. So either it's Liv, you need to bring it better, or fucking something. So Liv, you're not doing a good job. Get better. Anyways, Matthew says education is indoctrination and learning is survival. Robbie's like, do you can't be rude to your viewer? Robbie, I will be as fucking rude to you as I want. So he was like, do you see the commercial for Walmart that involves people that go into your house? Yeah, Amazon's been trying to do that forever, so it's not anything new.
Where they just drop off your groceries in the house.
Yeah, Amazon did that. Started that a long time ago, like 2 or 3 years ago they started that stuff. Walter says, let's see some good wrestling. Well, you're going to see it now. Lots of women out there.
Dames.
Natalia's got long sleeves on, something that I'm sure Film is not excited about. But Liv doesn't, so, you know, there's that.
Now they're selling the whole pointing and yelling thing. They put it in part of their storyline. As they should. Because that's how you get things over.
Yeah. Something like that, right?
Well, it's just how you do it. See, they're doing it right there.
They are. They're doing it. Doing it wow. Walter's
Big
like, let's see
right
some
to the
good
puss.
wrestling. Yes. And Ayla says, moist armpits cue Film's drool face. Right. JVD says WWE can go TV 14 all they want, but if it's the same creative, then it's just going to be the same show.
Right, yeah, they would have to do it like they did in the Attitude Era, where they just have the women carry the show, and you have the sex selling it at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Miss Jackie, are they going to bring in the girls that'll go nude? Because we did have nudity in those days.
I don't think any of these bitches want to, especially Natalya, because, you know, she's worth more than $1.
I feel like she
After
would be
her
one that
fucking
would
YouTube
do
page,
nude.
you would think that she'd be all over wanting to show herself all over the place. What difference is it showing yourself to millions upon millions of people on fucking social media and doing it live in front of an audience that also gets projected to millions upon millions of people?
Right.
No difference whatsoever.
Exactly.
Your worth is nothing unless you feel you're worth something.
What they need to work on is the camera changes.
Yeah, I hate them.
Instead of having 13 camera changes per freaking move.
Because you think, oh my gosh, don't let anybody see it. Might not be a real move.
It is. It's to hide their botches. But you wouldn't think all of them have botches, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Sophie says, did you hear about Sasha not taking any wrestling bookings until January 1st, 2023?
I did. Absolutely.
Ayla's like,
she hasn't been released yet, so it'd be kind of hard to
do anything.
To have her doing anything. She's got to also wait her 90 days.
Yep.
After she gets her release, and they're working on it. It sounds like they're working on it pretty hard.
Ayla says, Robbie, don't tell her what to do. That's why I'm here. I need her to be rude to her viewers. Matthew's like, I think WWE is competing with AEW, which is a huge move. Robbie says, smash some food and drink with a couple. Mandim went to a comedy and magic show.
Hell yeah.
So, Mandim, is that like your friends? Like your buddies? Your guys?
Homies.
Your homies? Your dudes? What the fuck is Mandim? Sounds like you're trying to say a couple of madams. So I went to some shows with some madams tonight. It was rock star-ish. Oh my gosh. And you saw magic shows, Rafi. Did they ask you to come up front because you're a little person? So you could be part of the magic show? Just curious. Walter's like, oh, Natalya, boo. So he's like, going TV 14 was USA Network's idea.
Yep.
Robbie says, Ayla, hi. Matthew says, or peace, or I don't know what he's doing. Ronda will come out, Matthew says. JVD says, this match again, why? Because
There's some
nobody
fresh
else
heat.
can maybe make Liv look better. And since they gave it to her, there's really no worth on the SmackDown Women's title. So it's really anybody can take it.
I have a feeling that they might even turn it into a triple threat match at the pay-per-view just so somebody can carry the match.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. They did it at WrestleMania.
Right?
Because Ronda couldn't do it by herself, and now it's Ronda and Liv.
Oh, God. And Ronda's not that good, and Liv is shitty. So, yeah, they're going to have to put somebody in there who can carry both of them. And unfortunately, guess who's going to be that person? Natalya can be that person. Because why? Because she can
Charlotte,
actually do something.
Bayley, if Bayley was to show up beforehand.
Right.
I have a feeling Bayley will show up the Monday after.
Oh, probably. Ayla says Dalitha would make an amazing waitress at that restaurant that makes staff be mean to customers.
Is it like a fetish restaurant? That's actually pretty funny. They should do that. I never thought about it.
No, it's just to be mean to customers. You're just mean to them. You like insult them and everything.
Well, that's why they come, though.
Yeah, that's why they
That's
come.
what I mean.
To
So
be
it's like a
insulted.
fetish thing, yeah.
Yeah, Matthew says Miss D can do whatever the fuck she wants. Even a T-Rex can't stop her.
No.
True. Sophie says, and they go into your house to unpack your food shopping. That's kind of creepy.
So we had one show up today at our front door.
They just
and,
leave it on the doorstep, though.
And she was like setting it all up on all the steps. And she was doing a TikTok video or something. And she backed up and she was like taking pictures of it with the house.
Yeah, you have to.
Right, I get
to
it.
prove that you
And I'm
sent
like,
it.
I opened the door and I'm like, hi. She's like, hi, I got your stuff. And I'm like,
That's not mine.
I didn't order anything. And she's like, it's 1301 or whatever. And I'm like, and my sister's like, I ordered that.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
So weird. And we're back from the commercial
Woo.
break.
1, 2.
Vindicator says PG-14 won't mean anything. It will be the same terrible booking of 15 minutes and talk shows that nobody asked for. In-ring talk shows.
Right, but the question is, would this match be more intriguing if they were in mud?
If they were in pudding,
Or
maybe.
if there
Not-
was
not so
whipped
much.
cream, or if there was less clothes.
Totally about pudding. Walter says on Monday Raw, I'll be here at 9:30 p.m. I'm going my time, but still good SmackDown Friday. Well, awesome, Walter. Robbie says Natty just dropped the sharpshooter. JVD says at least Pat is back this week, I guess. Vindicator says, get rid of Miz TV already, among others.
What?
Oh, so you just want to go after Miz, huh? Huh. So that's the first one you talk about? We haven't even seen Miz TV forever. He's hardly ever on, and you're like, get rid of him. You know who I want to never hear talk again? Roman Reigns, Liv Morgan. I never want to hear them talk with their words ever again. I never want to hear any of their voices ever again.
Liv's terrible, but
they have
she's
horrible
trying.
promotional skills about themselves. Terrible.
Roman's not that bad.
He sucks bullshit.
Plus, he's got a
the only thing he can do
mouthpiece.
is go out there and be like, acknowledge me.
Well, that's all he needs to do.
Yeah. And that's it. And that's all he does. Woo, what a promo. Good job, buddy. Good thing you know how to wipe your own butt. Matthew's like, hello, Miss D can get people to pay for her thoughts like a female Dawn Rickles. Sophie's like, there are mixed reports about when Raw is going to TV14. One says next Monday, the other says soon. JD King is in the chat. Hey, JD King, how's it going, my man?
Hey, boss.
Bobby says, Liv is cooked. Matthew says, Natty Delight is a yellow jacket that can take my stinger tonight. Sophie says, is this Sasha a real story or a work?
I feel like if they're going work with it, it's very elaborate. And the reason I say that is because she's doing a WrestleCon type thing. And she's doing it under a Mercedes, whatever. I don't know her last name on there. But and Lita's there, and Lita's going under Lita. But she's going under a Mercedes, whatever. Martinez, we'll say it. It's obviously not that, but we're just making up names here. Which tells me that she's not doing it under Sasha.
Right. Well, she can't because she doesn't own that name.
But you see, that's telling me it's not storyline. Because
Oh,
why
yeah.
would they not just do it? There's no way they're going that elaborate in storyline.
Oh, no. They wouldn't let her use her real name in a storyline. JVD says, Sophie, it's real. Sophie's like, I bet they're waiting for the right moment to officially announce Sasha Banks and Naomi's release. Matthew says, oh, holy fuck, Misty just destroyed your Ravi. Robbie's like, yeah, it's Mandem, UK for homie. Okay, dude, I'm pretty sure it's Madam, and I'm sorry that you were hanging out with him. Walter says Sasha Banks is out of WWE, Sophie. Yeah, listen to Walter. Walter knows.
That's it. 1, 2, and 3. Liv wins. Liv wins. Liv wins the pennant. Liv wins the pennant.
Whoopee.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Vindicator says, Travis, did you retire your body by Stay Cat after Otis got beast handled by Brock
No.
Anderson? I mean, Lesnar, the Saskatchewan.
No. My daughter's wearing it because she doesn't want bugs in her hair and she's outside doing yard work.
Ayla says, Robbie is your idol, Chris Angel. Robbie says, the Street Profits, they would be classed as Mandems because they are brothers. Okay, they're just guys, Robbie. They're just people.
They're just dudes.
They're just people.
They're just madams.
They're not madams. Your madam talk is creeping me out, man. Matthew's like, mind freak. Ayla's like, Robbie thinks he could be a mind freak. Robbie's like, who the F is Chris Angel? Matthew's like, Bailey will be at or on Raw SummerSlam. Robbie says, Ayla, you're a mind freak. Matthew says, I'm just a freak with a mind. Matthew, are you sure you have a mind? Are you sure? Vindicator's like, Natalia can't carry anything, not even Botox injections. Raquel or Shotzi should be the real challenger for Liv.
Or Lacey.
Well,
But I feel like they would save that for her title run.
they're going to let her talk, aren't they? I'm
Yeah.
not listening to her. I can't
Yeah,
stand her
it's
at all.
it's hard to listen to her.
I can't stand her. What are you doing, mister? You're wearing the wrong color of bow tonight. It's not red night. It's blue night. Daz Reynolds in the chat.
Hey,
Hey, Daz. Says, hi, who do you think will be the special ref at SummerSlam?
Ooh, I don't know, but we find out tonight, it sounds like.
Ooh. So he says, when do you see MJF come back to TV to continue his storyline? And by the time all of the stars come back from their injuries, it could be time for All Out. Ayla says, nah, I'm a non-believer in magic tricks. Vindicator says, WWE desperately needs fresh rivalries, like I've been saying. And Walter says, this chat is funny, but good wrestling fans, LOL. JVD says, Vin, I agree. Matthew says, Nadia is consistent. She is older than the talent she's working with, and Liv is still NXT. Jacob Jean is in the chat. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? Says, hey, friends, I am going golfing tomorrow for a tournament. That sounds fun. Good luck.
This girl right here, whatever her name is,
Melissa.
she
Thorne.
reminds me of what Lisa Simpson would look like when she grew up.
Yeah, that could possibly be it.
It's Lisa Simpson as an adult or whatever. Oh,
That guy.
Fury. It's A-Town. Youngest United States champion of all time.
Yeah, that says Robbie, you know exactly who he is. Robbie's like, LOL, it's not voodoo magic, it's more trick style magic. Daz says, hey Jacob, how are you doing today? Matthew says, beautiful German suplex. It was like mind freak. And Robbie says, nah fam, never heard of the bread Ayla.
Old Twinkie tits. You're doing a great job.
Better than Kayla.
Moment here. The A-Train. Or A-Town.
Hello, sir.
How are you, Seth?
Oh, are you? Vindicator says Miz TV was just last Monday with Tommaso Ciampa, who they continue to waste since his call-up. Okay. And then they had it when... They don't have it every week. Jake Regine says, Dads, I am having to go to bed early. JD King says Will Ospreay should replace Kenny Omega. Then AEW could grow big.
Never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're an Osprey fan. Those are few and far between, at least on the Twitter universe. I always see people saying how much better Seth Rollins is.
That's funny.
I've seen him wrestle 5 times, so I don't have a full body of work. He's not terrible. That's what I can tell you about Will
Right.
Ospreay. That's it. That's all I can tell you.
I don't know him, so I have no opinion of him. It was like, Robbie, what? And Sophie's like, once Liv merchandise doesn't sell well, they will have her lose the championship.
Yes.
I don't buy her merchandise. So
And they might even have it beforehand if they can build a hard heel. So hypothetically, if they want to take Ronda Rousey and turn her hard heel, she wins in 2 weeks at SummerSlam. Dirty. Like,
Yeah,
cheats
oh,
to win.
yeah.
And I keep hearing that they're going to turn, Ronda to a heel. See, he's saying both belts.
Yeah, I don't think he can be, dude.
Maybe I'll hire you. Ah! Ah!
So funny. Walter's like, WWE needs to change the match cards. New wrestlers in match AEW does better. Mr. Optimus is in the chat. Hey, Mr.
Optimus. That is the Viking Raiders. Fantastic! Look at the new Viking Raiders.
Who are these people?
New Day.
Oh, it's them.
But look how good Xavier looks for sure. That is awesome.
Oh, my Lord.
I mean, if Kofi wouldn't have stuffed his shirt, it would be 10 times better.
Yeah, why would you have to stuff your shirt? What are you making fun of, big people?
Eric, yeah.
Why are you making fun of big people?
It's fat shaming.
Why are you fat shaming Ivar? Huh? Because he's a guy? So it's okay? Fuck you. Fuck you, Kofi. You asshole.
Jeez.
Fucking assholes. What a bunch of jerks.
Very sensitive on this side.
Fat shaming people. I'm offended.
I'm offended.
Completely offended. I'm going to be the offended people. I'm offended. And the fact that he's wearing dumbass shoes.
Does he have Nikes on?
No, he has fucking weird ass fucking rubber weird shoes on. Weird shoes. Anyways, Mr. Optimus was in the chat, says, hi everybody. Hey, Mr. Optimus. Ayla says, I miss Luke. Kinda. Robbie's like, Ayla, nah fam, I never heard of this bread you are chatting about.
Oh, bread.
Bread. Matthew says, this better not end up in a roll-up. Neela
I don't
says,
even know if it's
her
happening.
bread. Chris says, LOL, but Gunther promo levels and another level. All he has to say is, I will become the WWE champion. Nobody said he was good either. But
Yeah, I
he's
don't know
like
how good he
German.
is.
Matthew's like, wow, clean finish. So Ronda's next, right? Sure.
She's supposed to be.
With Liv and Natalya. It was like, he's not bread, he's a him, but he could turn into a nice loaf. Well, it was like, hey, Optimus, Transformers transform. Sophie says Naomi is slowly starting to open up more. She has given hints on her status the last few weeks. Yeah. Vindicator says, told you, easy peasy for Liv, the champion. Oh, I'm sorry. Did Natalya take a fall for Liv? Yeah, she did.
It's all part of the sport.
It's all part of the little storyline that they put her in. Gosh, let's try to make Liv look good because she's so shitty half the time. We gotta do something to make her kind of look good. Gotta sell her a little bit. Luna's like, go Liv. Matthew's like, is Luke gone? JVD says, I hope Brock versus Roman actually lives up to the hype this time at SummerSlam.
It should. I just want to know if Theory's going to cash in.
Film says, a spoiler alert, she was wearing long sleeves again, aka Natalya. It was like, yeah, forever. Matthew's like, Luna's super moon tonight, I think. It was like, he's abandoned us with freaking Ravi. Sophie's like, do you think Liv would be champion right now if Sasha, Naomi, Charlotte, and Bayley were around?
No.
Fuck no.
No. This is something because they don't have anything else. This is like Big E being champion. It's just because they needed somebody that's popular to put a title on while they're figuring things out.
Film says, good job, Liv Morgan. Matthews question mark, and then says, theory for the people. Walter's like, boo, theory. Sophie says, doesn't this girl work for ESPN or Fox Sports?
I have no idea who that girl is. No idea.
Who she is.
I mean, I see her on here every once in a while, so she could have other jobs. I know the Burnett did.
Yeah.
That worked for, what was her name? Charlie Caruso.
Yeah. Matthew says, wow, Heyman in Theory. Sophie says, Brock versus Roman at Mania was an awful match. Matthew says, Heyman is going to use Theory to get the belt off Roman so he can get 3 belt back to Brick and Brock and Paul unite again.
Yeah, a lot can happen. They could do a lot with storylines here if they want Brock to be champion for a little bit longer. Or if Brock's just coming for one match, just to kind of loosen, the title up so it can fall off.
Yeah.
Either or.
Right.
But I doubt Roman wins clean and just walks away with the title, is all I'm saying.
Robbie says, Sophie, but you still watched it. Sophie says, I have a feeling that Theory will fail his cash-in, or he is throwing us off by saying he will cash in at SummerSlam. Matthew says, Sophie, that's what I'm thinking. Sophie says, if the Money in the Bank briefcase is for both championships, that's dumb.
I figured.
Walter's like, New Day has Viking Raiders, LOL. Matthew's like, Money in the Bank should be for any match. Luna says, were you referring to my PFP, my profile picture, Matthew? I mean, I am shirtless, but only from the backside of me. However, I am not nude. Okay, Robbie's like, New Day, haha, what a joke. Then says, New Day basically copying Natalya dressing as Ronda. If you can't come up with your own stuff, don't do it. Matthew's like, LOL. Sophie says, I thought they couldn't say New Day on TV when Big E is still out. That was in the news like a couple months ago.
I'd never heard that.
Never heard that at all.
Big E is going to help start training wrestlers.
I don't know what news they're talking about. Is your daughter inside?
No, she's out there, I'm sure.
I thought she came inside.
Oh, she might have. I'm sure we'd hear her.
It's just that whoever is out there is just barking up a storm. Amanda's like, damn it, Miss D, you crazy ass. Robbie's like, haha, it's funny, D, what the New Day are doing. Oh, Karen. Sophie's like, they're setting up Carmella versus Bianca versus Becky at SummerSlam. Cody, Cody's in the chat. He says, what is up, everyone? Not much, Cody. How are you doing today? Matthew says, Luna, LOL, no actual celestial event. Vindicator says, so PG-14 can't stop Bianca and Mella from having another title match for the 3rd week in a row. You see, no intellectual booking whatsoever.
Well, no, see, that's the whole NC-17 or whatever. You're going to have the sexiness. They're going to start bringing the sexy out.
Robbie's like, do you not happy that Natty lost? Has nothing to do with Natalya or Robbie. It's the fact of what they're pushing as a champion, which is not a champion. In my book, she's not champion material and never will be.
Look at, he's mouth breathing. Do they know the mics are on? He said. McAfee. Do they know the mics are on? Ivar the Ugly.
All right, films like, Matthew, do you think Sonya will show up tonight?
Oh, it's the New Day. I thought it was Eric and Ivar.
Did you see his stupid shoes?
Mm-hmm.
Look
Like
how dumb those
Crocs?
things are. I don't know what they are, but they're freaking ugly as shit. And Cody says, where is the women tag team champion belts out? Just wondering.
They're probably sitting in Vince's office
Maybe they
under
melted
some
them
glass.
down.
And he's like, like Mr. Burns.
Yeah, doing his evil laugh. JD King says, does anybody ever think that Gorilla Monsoon was a good WWF president?
I've never really, so Jack Tunney, Gorilla Monsoon, I never understood the whole presidency thing. I guess they've always had to have that authority figure. But to me, it was always kind of goofy. The whole thing, even the Jack Tunney days. Valhalla.
Golfleshy is in the chat. Hey, Golfleshy says, okay, who mentioned my name? Nobody, just some celestial mentionings. Matthew's like, Phil, I hope she's my favorite. Vindicator's like, Mella is a terrible wrestler, way more than Liv, as you seem to believe, and Bianca doesn't purposely make her look good. Beats her clean routinely aside from Monday.
Right.
I think that your biasness against how ugly that Carmella's face is makes it so you don't see their actual wrestling. Liv botches so badly in every wrestling match she fucking ever has with anybody. Even good wrestlers she fucking botches with on a constant basis. Nobody can make her look that good. She still messes the fuck up all the time. Has she ever had a match where she doesn't fuck up?
Here comes
No, she
the
hasn't
Vikings.
that I've seen.
Boo the imposters. They played Valhalla on the PlayStation 5, so they're Vikings.
So yeah, I think Carmella is actually a way better wrestler than Liv.
Carmella's
In a lot
better
of ways.
in the ring
Yes.
and on the mic. She just doesn't have a prettiest face.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Body's better.
I don't even care about that. I'm talking about just their fucking abilities. And the only reason why she could fucking do well with Bianca is because she is good. Botchy shit fucks that go up against Bianca don't do well and they look like crap. And you can tell. But that's just my opinion. So it was like...
deplorable.
I think Sasha and Naomi walking out changed the summer plans for the women's championship across both brands.
And it could have easily.
Matthew says, Goth.
You ugly.
You ugly. Your mama say you ugly. You ugly. Goth, I think Ayla summoned you. Ayla's like, who did I summon? I had to step away. Matthew's like, Muck Foley is speculated to return.
All right. It looks like we might have some sort of a match.
Well, what's his face better take his stuff off.
Oh,
they're calling
horn.
people. Is that their lackeys they're calling?
I don't think they have any. Unless Big E just shows up.
Oh.
Oh, look, it is. It's
Shanky
Shanky
and Jinder.
Jinder.
That's who got summoned by the horn? That's so weird.
Oh, jeez. Crossbody's off the top rope. Everybody's down. So, is it the four of them? Is that the new day? Jinder Mahal, Shanky.
Or is it just Shanky?
Oh, Jinder's in there with him. He doesn't understand what he's doing.
Is he going to start dancing too? Is he going to have to start
it looks like
taking
Jinder,
his hair down?
Looks like Jinder might start dancing a little bit too.
He's like, what are you doing? He's like, no.
Look at his face.
Look at his, he's just like, what the fuck?
Is he going to break it down though? No, he didn't break it down.
It's Kayla Braxton. It's Toasty Marshmallow. Ludwig
Gunther.
Kaiser.
Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh, yes. Let's take a picture of their crotches. That's a good idea. Like, oh, look. I mean, belt. The belt. Didn't he? He challenged you. Oh, look. They're going to show us what happened. Mom's like, okay,
Recap.
cool. Matthew, right on. Illa's like, oh, Goth never talks to me. I would summon them, though. So if he's like, do you think they will bring back the King of the Ring tournament this year?
They didn't use it this year, and so maybe they're kind of done with it. Because once they put it on Woods and he got hurt, when he came back, he wasn't king anymore.
Yeah, he stopped being king.
Zelina, it worked for a while, and she was actually doing really well.
And then she got hurt.
And they just started having her lose.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
Flutters is in the chat saying, I think you summoned the Goth one. Ayla. Robbie says, oh, I don't really care if Liv is champ or not. Matthew says, Goth asked who said my name. I missed it. I just thought you performed some witchcraft, lol. So he says, there are no plans for the women's tag championship. I could see them bringing it back at some point, though.
Yeah. That's why I said it's just in Vince's
Bryce,
desk.
Right? Bryce Pitts is in the chat. Hey, Bryce says,
Bryce.
haha. I knew Xavier Woods was going to make an Assassin's Creed video game reference. Also, hello, Wrestling Gab.
Woo!
Sophie
Good to see
says,
you in here.
today marks 20 years since Eric Bischoff officially entered the WWE.
That's the truth.
Matthew says, B. Rice, what up? Ayla's like, a bunch of cats and weird stuff and goth. Interview Cody says, Vin, if you don't like the content or the wrestling, why are you watching? Bryce says,
Wow. He's yelling at him. Oh, now he's chopping him. He's going to start chopping his chest again. Son of a bitch.
oh, he's going to punish him. Bryce says, hey there, Matthew, long time no see. Robbie's like, well, Botch or not, Liv is the champ. Gosh, I couldn't imagine why. I am so glad
Hey,
that
are
they
we actually
took
going to
the
get a match
women's
tonight?
SmackDown division
with
and lowered
Aaliyah?
it to nothing. It's perfect. Bryce says, it's Bryce, not Bryce. And Matthew says, Bischoff wasn't that bad. Sophie says, Carmella doesn't look that great. I agree with D on that. And Martha of Chicago in the chat saying AC Valhalla is not Assassin's Creed, especially to build our boss battle in Asgard. Looks something out of God of War. I heard the next Assassin's Creed game is going to be multiplayer only. That's dumb. Henry Cody says, Carmella is a way better at the mic than Natalia, like last week when she said shut up to Liv. She sucked doing it. Matthew says, I bet this turns into a four-way, and Ayla's talking about candy canes and flutters, butterflies. Sophie's like, is Jinder and Shanky faces now? I have no idea.
I don't know what's happening. Yes. I mean, yes.
Maybe? I guess.
Jinder might go ahead and turn, but he also might just start dancing.
Is that it? I guess I could be. Robbie's like, I don't get stressed over wrestling. I just take it for what it is. JD King says Liv Morgan is worse than Sable. Roberto Lozano's in the chat. Hey, Roberto says fun and games are over for the NWO. I mean, the New Day. Film says, here's Bloody Gunther. And Matthew says, the Fourth Reich. And Vince says, NRU sometimes garbage TV can be fun to watch and ridicule. True that, my friend. NRU Cody says, JD King, yeah, but who's still wrestling and who's a champ? Not Sable. She sucks. Gothflesh,
Well, she's old. She's like 50.
But she sucks because she's 50. How dare she be old and shitty? Gothflesh, she says, it's just a gimmick that I have. I mean, I can go back to being formerly Princess Celestia, or I can stay in my punk goth form. Ugh.
You know what's funny is Sable made a lot of money in WWE, but then she left because they had a whole bunch of shit going on with each other.
Yeah.
Vince and her and all that. So she's never been back. She doesn't like him anything.
Yeah.
But Vince has sure made her rich because she's married to Brock.
Yeah, that's what Sophie's just saying. Remember, Sable is married to Brock.
And Brock makes bank, like
Oh, yeah.
$12, $13 million a year from them.
Yeah. Robbie's like, Liv doesn't care. She's just making big money. I don't think she's making more money being champion, but whatever. Chris says, Gunther time. NRU Cody says, Vince, you have no life. Got it. Matthew's like, giving us flowers, and Ayla's like, I need Luke's Zen stuff. Vindicator's like, buddy, I have a life. Get the fuck out of here with your stupid ass bullshit, little baby. Oh no. Vindicator got mad. I've never seen that out of him. Finn.
Be nice, everybody.
Everybody take a breather. Go sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
2 breaths in, 1 breath out.
You made Vin mad. How dare you make Vin mad? Don't do that. Matthew's like laughing my fucking ass off. Sophie's like, last year before they brought the King of the Ring tournament and the Queen's Cup thing, they had clues leading up to it like months before it happened. It was like, I'm summoning. Matthew's like, plug? Pickle's in the chat. Hey, Pickle. I'll take the Pepsi challenge. Mela has more accolades. Her ring movement flows better and she works pretty well with others. Sexiness is always a plus. She's got a C+ in my book.
Yeah. She's not horrible. I'd keep her on the roster.
Right? Illa's like, can I anti-summon? Like, have someone go away? I have no idea. Chris says, Chop Fest, baby. And Film says, it's armpit time again. Robbie says, it is worth getting stressed that Liv is the chap. Haha. Yeah, she's the clap, all right. Sophie's like, what did the winners of the Owen Cup AEW hold? What did they actually win?
A belt.
A belt that they get to have for a year.
And like a trophy or something.
And some trophy thing. Not a lot of stuff, but stuff. Ayla Piccolo says, dang, Ayla, I just got here. Matthew's like, you control your will. And Ryuko says, I'm headed out, y'all. Peace.
You know the worst thing in the world to do is
Thanks for hanging out with us, Cody.
Is when you get super, super in shape, right? Just ripped. And then you start eating. And it starts to come back on, the weight.
Uh-huh.
Because it makes you look more out of shape than you were on your way down in weight.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you look at Aaliyah when this match starts, she almost looks like she's, like, 6-8 weeks pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
And all she's not out of shape at all. She's just a little out of shape. Like, she hasn't worked out in a month or something.
Right.
That's the problem. Like, you have to be, like, a softer person, and it's okay. But once you get shredded, you can't go back. I used to say that about Scott Steiner. When he was Scott Steiner and wrestled, he was fantastic. And then he turned into Big Papa Pump. He left for a while and just started lifting, and he turned into this bodybuilder. I was like, he's never going to not be able to be that guy.
Right.
He's going to always have to be on steroids and ripped. Once you get that lean, you can't start bulking back up. It looks goofy.
Oh, yeah.
But like Hulk Hogan, it didn't matter. He could gain 25 pounds. You wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah. Just
because he was already, he wasn't ripped. And that's how Aaliyah was. Aaliyah was ripped. And now she literally looks like she's
squishy.
8, 10, 12 weeks pregnant.
Squishy, she's squishy. Squishy.
But it's not bad. It's not body shaming. I'm just saying that she's got a gut and big thighs.
Right.
Out of nowhere. Like, she was just on TV 2 months ago.
Yeah. Ayla's like zinning and Sophie wind and fire and Ayla's like Fat Lisa laughing. Philip's like, I love America Armpit Women. Lacey Evans. Pickle's like, at least let me say cinnamon mocha punk. Pickle says, didn't Mae Young take power bombs in her 70s?
She sure did through a table.
That's
And to be honest, wasn't she older than that?
I don't know. I don't know anything about her, so I can't
I thought
say.
she was older than that when Devon and Ray or whatever put her through a table.
What does she got on the back of her outfit? It looks kind of cool, actually.
It's probably an eagle.
It is an eagle.
Oh, is it? I was
yeah.
teasing.
But I wanted to know what it said. Oh, it just says Lacey Evans. That's pretty cool. I actually like that. Oh, it's hard not to like her. It says, I like the golf form. Sophie's like, AEW is going to introduce another set of championships called the Trios Championship.
Cut it. Shut up.
They're just waiting for
Start
Kenny
it
Omega
again.
to come back for that. Ayla's like, oh my god, Vin. JD King says, Liv can't compete with Trish Stratus or Lita. Matthew's like, I just took a piss.
Come on, how many women can? You're talking about two legends. Let's not take it that far.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading a thing earlier today because people are comparing Mandy Rose to Trish Stratus because they look very similar. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, there's more to wrestling than just looking like
that person.
Now, Mandy's great, and she could get there.
Right.
But she just let her build her own legacy.
Ayla's like, hey, Vin said the F word, ha ha ha, so much for pure. Chris was like, okay, Gunter, we get it. You don't have to be a neo-Nazi about it. Vindicator's like, them young trolls getting me fired up for no reason, Misty. Sorry, my man. It's probably my fault. Pico's like, whoa, hey, who's messing with my Vindicator? Matthew's like, oh, we're filthy whores here in chat. Bobby's like, oh, the clap. And Ayla's like, oh no, Vin, I didn't see him being rude to you or I would have popped off for you, but sorry. God bless you, like, okay, Ayla, fine, I'll stay in this form. And he's like, fuck me, Lacey Evans is Tongan Reigns 6 years ago.
This is funny.
I don't know who that is. So he's like, I'm surprised we didn't see Sable be involved with Brock in any storylines.
No,
I don't think she'll come back because of Vince. I don't think you'll ever see her at WWE, Sophie. He was like, good black hearts and films like Lacey Evans is so hot. Pico's like, us being all judgy about people's shapes and body. I have to wear a shirt on the beach. I'm so insecure. It's okay, Piccola. I have to also. I don't even go to the beach because of it, so. Matthew's like, fascinating. Chris
I just go stand by fat people and then take my shirt off and I look way better.
McMahon ripped, lol. Walter's like, Aaliyah for the win. Robbie's like, what is this Lacey gimmick all about?
Just, she's the American bad guy.
Respect. Pickle's like, I don't know. I made a guess at her age, but she old.
She's Sergeant Slaughter, but the female version of it. Nasty.
Sophie says, how was AEW this week? What's the deal with AEW hot-shotting their championships?
So AEW is doing Fyter Fest, and that's what that's all about. That's what's happening. And they're doing it next week, too. We're actually going to get a shark cage match next week.
Goody gumdrops.
With lots of barbed wire, so there's going to be a lot of blood in the water.
Walter says, oh, geez, Lacey Evans wants respect. Maggie says, seriously, I'm done with Lacey. She is the epitome of a vet that pisses me off. Not even with her being Hill. I'm just over it. Matthew, it's not real. I'm sure she has a lot of pride in being a Marine. Vindicator says, not worth the time, Ayla and Pickle. It was an insignificant parasite that was easily disposed of. It was like, I feel bad. I'm all distracted with summoning over here. I miss someone being a D-bag. Nobody was a D-bag, guys. Vindicator just was very sensitive about it. It was like, you go, Gwen Coco.
Is she leaving? So we're not even going to get the match?
Sophie's like, I'm confused with this Lacey Evans heel turn. That video made her a face.
That video made her a heel. That's what caused this whole thing. The victim thing. Nobody wants a victim as their champion.
Right.
So she just left.
People say, explain hot-shotting. I'm brand new here. Don't know the Marks land. Matthew says, compare Tyson to Ali. Can't be done. Only simulated. People's like, sling. Robbie's like, Lacey is taped. Sophie says, I mean, it seems like every week or month AEW keeps switching championships.
Now you got Tyson Fury to add in that collection there.
Film says, Ravi. To which one?
They said Ali to Tyson.
Oh, comparing Tyson to Ali. Yeah.
It's like you just don't do it.
Yeah,
they were a lot closer together.
They're all their own champions, and they're all their own stuff. You can't take them.
It's fun.
Oh, hey, they're just like so and so, or they're just like this person.
They'll
never be like this person.
They'll
never be them because they aren't them.
I want to see how Mike Tyson would do against a Tyson Fury because of the size difference.
Oh yeah.
And he hits so hard, and he's a straight jabber.
Right.
And so it'd be hard for Tyson to get up in him.
True.
But once Tyson did, he would eat him alive because Fury wouldn't be able to keep him away.
Yeah.
So, and then Muhammad Ali's he's more of a floater and he moved a lot. And I just don't see how he could hang with either of those two, but that's my opinion.
Film says, Robbie, did you see it? Did you see it? Chris says the crowd are tired of hearing Lacey list her accomplishments. That's what makes a heel, right, guys? Matthew says, I get a tan to whiten my teeth. It was like, I also do not go to the beach for that reason, not to mention we technically don't have a beach. Piccolo says, I'm going to try that the next time, Travis.
Yeah, just go stand by the fat people.
Rob is like, I hope Lacey gets clarted. Matthew's like, T-Rex, that slaughter reference is a great perspective. So he says, Lacey as versus Liv. I feel like this is where they are going after SummerSlam.
And it can.
Vindicator.
We'll see who's around. If they bring Bayley to SmackDown, then no.
Yeah.
I feel like
Definitely
Bayley's
no.
already in because she's been tweeting about it.
Yeah.
How disrespectful Liv has been. She's not answering her IMs or DMs or whatever they're called.
Yeah, DMs. Vindicator says, Travis, you think Lacey is better as a heel or a face?
Heel, but I would like to see her not the American hero heel, though.
Yeah.
I don't like the Sergeant Slaughter stuff. I would rather her be the sassy Southern Belle. If I could talk, I have a toothpick, so it makes me stutter.
Back into her sassy Southern Belle
Belle
stuff that she did before she had a baby.
I just love it.
Film says, Robbie, I am talking about Lacey Evans' sexy armpits. Ramit is in the chat. Hey, Ramit says, Paige, Sasha Banks, Candice LeRae, and Johnny Gargano will be part of Elite very soon. Good to know, my friend. Ayla's like,
All Elite.
You could find a burn victim as a friend, Fat Lisa. Too far? Sophie's like, Tony Khan keeps hinting that an AEW pay-per-view will hit the AUK at some point. Film says, oh man, I wanted to see the lovely Lacey wrestle. Ayla's like, my point is, no one will notice you. I'm going Crazy's in the chat. Hey, Crazy says AEW made Swerve on lead champs because WWE is about to put the belts on Street Profits. They try to debunk WWE with mocking. Same with Belair and Jade.
No.
I don't.
I know what you're implying.
I know what you're pointing at,
but I just don't see that. I would like to see the Street Profits be champions.
They were champions at one point. Don't forget, guys. They need to be champions again, yes, but not because of something AEW does.
Not only are they due, but how they lose is clean.
Yes.
And it's weird to me. I don't like how they lose clean.
Right.
Usually when you lose and you have a future, you don't lose that clean.
Yeah.
Especially to the Usos.
Right. So he says Tyson Fury is in talks with the WWE to come back. He would. He likes wrestling. Chris says, so literally just skipped 2 matches, a tag match with New Day and now this match with Lacey and Aaliyah.
Yeah, New Day didn't wrestle. Oh, yeah. Yes.
They didn't really do anything.
I see what you said. I thought you said there was been 2 matches.
No, they skipped them.
Yeah.
Pico says, yeah, that's rough. Robbie says, Film, I don't care for Lazy Evans. It was like, yeah, bad joke. Ramit says AEW very soon. Tony Storm backstab Thunder Rosa for AEW title. That'll probably happen.
Yes.
Yes, I agree. Phil's like, what? Shade wrestling? Oh, man. Meredith's like, just lose your breath. And then eggplant. Robbie's like, that sword looks blunt. LOL. Phil's like, Robbie, Lazy Evans? JD King says, does anybody want Vince Russo back in wrestling?
I'm not having that conversation. No. Not on my side.
Vince Russo's a piece of shit. He is garbage and should never be allowed to be anywhere near wrestling ever again. Unfortunately, he is. Pickle's like, Ramit, that would be deep to Mercedes. Why do the same shtick all the time? Robbie's like, Film, I don't care for. Matthew's like, Robbie, I'm trying to figure out the rope cut gimmick. Chris says, the slutty Southern Belle. Sophie says, Thunder Rosa lost as champion in a different promotion. Piccolo says, she's sassy and I miss her legs and stockings. Right? Fuck yeah.
There you go.
And Luke's in the chat. Hey, Luke says, hi, Al. Hi, Luke. Robbie's like, Matthew was strange, wasn't it? Sophie says, maybe I'll see Tyson Fury versus Drew at that UK pay-per-view instead of Drew versus Roman. Matthew says, Chris, Lacey could save me from dehydration. LOL. Ayla says, wow, that took too long, Luke. I summoned you at least 8 to 10 minutes ago. Luke's like, I'm not on call, Ayla. I can hear when I can. So he's like, when you watch Raw or SmackDown on Hulu, do they keep the same runtime or do they shorten it?
I would assume it's shorter, but I have not seen it.
Ayla says, took so much time summoning you, Luke, that Vince said the F word. Pico's like, Ayla, my summoning usually has 3 to 5 business days. Like anything else. Crazy says, I just think Usos will lose the titles right before Roman. Whether it's at SummerSlam remains to be seen.
Right. 100% agree. It's going to be a bad day for the Bloodline when it happens because I think it's all going to happen at once.
Right. It's going to be bad. It feels like I summoned you with emojis, Luke. Matthew says, his sword bent like crazy. They can't just change the ropes without exposing the gimmick. Bryce says, wait, Lacey Evans is not wrestling? No, Bryce. She didn't wrestle. Ayla says, ha ha ha, that's a long time. You're rusty. Bryce says, okay, that's just odd. And Pico's like, oh boy, Delitha with the Russo hate. I can't unsee it. So he says this UK pay-per-view was supposed to happen in 2020, but of course with COVID, it got derailed to this year.
Yeah.
JD King says, I don't Vince Russo is the reason why WCW was bad.
Dude, not only was it bad, it was terrible. Like, there's a difference between, like, they're doing a bad job this week or this month. It was terrible. And when he started putting himself in there and he was carrying the bat around and he was trying to fight people, it was like, this is dumb. Hogan just, or not Hogan, but Kevin Nash just lays down and Hogan pins him for the title. Just literally just laid down. He goes, oh, fell down and then laid there and then.
Yeah.
Hogan yelled at him, literally just started yelling. They were live on TV. This is what's wrong with this company, Jack. Like, is that real?
What? Why is he yelling?
Oh, it's real.
He's truth. He's telling truths, my friend. Truths. Bryce is like, smash like on the like button. That's right. Smash the like button, everybody. Matthew says, Luke, Ayla was thirsty for your presence. She's up to witchcraft. Be careful. Looks like, Ayla, your summons are superseded by Jade summoning me to do things. LOL. Ayla's like, I got cotton mouth for you, Luke. Ew. I was like, Sophie, are you going to the UK pay-per-view then? Sophie says, I think after this month, WWE won't be on Hulu, so we probably won't have to wait a month to watch both shows on Peacock.
Who is going to get it? Is that, you think Peacock's going to get it? They're going to bid for it? I think Peacock should just buy the fucking company. They waste so much money on putting it on their TV.
Waste. It was like, well, dang, I tried. Jones, the New York Police Captain Katz about hot dogs and smiles. J.D. King says Miss Elizabeth was a nice woman and Russo treat her like a fighter.
Terrible. Terrible. Not to mention she had all sorts of personal issues.
Picola says the scene sources talk about Solo Sikoa maybe moving up to the main roster.
Hopefully we get to see it pretty soon. And will he come up and win like one of those mid-card titles, like the U.S. Championship or something?
Yeah.
For the Bloodline. I don't know if they'll go that route with it, but that would actually be kind of cool to see. They could even put the Rock's daughter in there and put a women's title on her and just go all out with the Bloodline.
Looks like LOL, Ayla, this is why you're my hero, LOL. Pickle's like, that's the only Uso I never had to DD for. And he's like, Luke, so you're the one boinking from excitement that Raw is going more mature. Good stuff, Rocket Man. So he says, didn't Vince Russo also made the bad when he was booking that promotion at one point?
I don't know if you guys know this, but Vince Russo was in the WWE during the screw job in Montreal. Like, that was part of his stuff, too. Obviously, Vince had a huge hand at that. But that
Butch
was
tried,
Vince.
but he missed.
Huh?
Sorry.
What?
Oh, I was just saying Butch tried, but he missed.
Oh.
He was trying to attack Drew. Yeah. But you were talking about the booking, that promotion stuff.
Well, I'm talking about the screw job in Montreal.
Right.
And that was a big deal. I mean, it's part of wrestling lore now.
What a piece of garbage. It's just garbage.
You know, he tries to hint it out that it wasn't all a work.
Oh,
and
whatever.
It was the greatest work in history because we're still talking about it.
Lies. That's the reason why he tries to make it like it's
30 years later. Yeah.
Because of that. He doesn't want to take responsibility that he's a dumb fuck up. And he got paid off to do stupid fucking shit. And
I'm pretty sure
lives.
he went to WCW as Vince's lackey.
Oh, totally. He got paid off. Let's see where the fucking investigation is on that shit, fuckers. Bunch of dumb bastards. It looks like Heart Luke laughing. Looks like Sophie WWE is contracted to go be on Hulu till next June. Piccolo says, I'm tired of smashing my thumbs. Be Thor. Films like Godly Pete Chill. Ayla says, don't give up, Fat Lisa. Jones says, it's my dinner. That's a lot of hot dogs to eat for dinner, Cat. Sophie says, oh, thanks, Luke. I know WWE and Hulu's deal somehow affected the Peacock deal. Piccolo says, rip Miss Elizabeth. Luke says, Matthew, I broke the news to Dalitha and Trav, lol. You guys both did, almost at exactly the same time, just so you guys know. It's pretty funny. Sergeant Judy in the chat says, I thought cats like cat food. Sophie says that Netflix also wants to get into the live event game. Martha says, LOLs. Crazy says, Vince Russo's theme was fire, ripoff of Black Sabbath's Iron Man, but still good, LOL.
Well, which was also the same stuff from, was it Road Warriors came out to that kind of style? It's over. Little white noise. Boom! Drops Ridge Holland.
How dare he use his move?
Sheamus' stuff.
It's not right.
That's it. Claymore Country!
So
Poor
I
Ridge.
take it that Sheamus doesn't get a chance now? Is that what that was about?
No, I don't think so. He's just going through them all one at a time.
Oh.
He beat Butch last week, I believe. Or he's got Butch coming up.
Oh.
See? Finally. Oh. He's got a sword, but...
It's funny. Sheamus asked too. Sophie said, or Ayla says, oh, Sophie actually knows something. Did you figure out what an Uber was? Matthew says, shh, talk about ego, LOL. JD King says, Kimberly Page, GDP, former wife, has bad cancer from the Nitro Girls, was bad dancer from the Nitro Girls and a bad promo.
Yeah, but she was something else. And she helped me get into a wrestling event, so I can't complain
He's
about
never
her.
going to complain about Kimberly Page.
Never. Not one day
Robbie's
of my
like,
life.
Drew's smashing it. Sophie says, WCW, I heard, was doing good the first few years before Russo. And after Russo signed on, that where it went to hell, and that's why there is no more.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's garbage.
Eric Bischoff did it, right? He beat WWF.
Yep,
He beat him. He passed him. He did it.
He surpassed him. He
He
did
won.
better. And then they got sad and mad, and so they put a rat in the kitchen. Vindicator says, Miss Elizabeth reminds me, Trav and Dalitha, did you hear about Ivanka? No.
Yeah, she passed away.
Oh, well, that's sad. That's horrible.
Trump's ex-wife. Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's sad that she died. Raleigh, I wonder why she died. She wasn't that old. What the fuck?
They're in their 70s or 80s.
Raleigh's in the chat. Hey, Raleigh says, hi. No, that's awful news. Miss Elizabeth died, rip. She was great when she was... When I first started watching wrestling.
Yeah, she died in Lex Luger's front room.
Long time ago, my friend. Pico says, I sure had a crush on Kimberly. WCW had some piss back in the day.
Dude, that's where it all originated from. And that's why
That
Vince...
Attitude Era.
That's where
Sex
Vince
ladies.
Vince had to go to sex to win or to even compete. And that's what they did. And that's where the Attitude Era came from. Had nothing to do with the guys that they had on their roster. It was the pure sex that they were selling.
Right.
I say it all the time. And that's the only reason they could even keep up. And so, guys like me, or a pervert when I was 16 years old, flipping back and forth because I wanted to see when the Naked Girls were going to be on. But they always went on last.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just kind of predict it and just turn it on at the end of the show, and then you would get literally like Miss Jackie riding on somebody's back with no top on. Like, just tits.
Robbie's like, SD 3 out of 10 tonight. Matthew says, corporate crime, a big news. It never happened before. Take that, Luke. Raleigh says, Vince Russo is just annoying, bro. Vindicator says, 1 out of 10 for me, Robbie, and that's only because of live appearance. Matthew says, so unpredictable. Piccolo says, yep, monetization and lawsuits for music wasn't a thing back then. Film says, congrats to Drew McIntyre. Sophie says, it'll be interesting to see how Netflix handles doing live programming. I know Disney Plus is going to do it when Dancing with the Stars premieres in September on it. Robbie says, Vin, I shouldn't have been generous. Ayla says, I saw your post about your hometown birthplace, New Jersey, Matthew. Nuclear. Sophie says, I know what Uber Eats is. Well, that's good to know that you know what the Eats part is, because that's what you do. Bart is in the chat. Hi,
Hey,
Bart.
Bart.
Good to see you in here, my friend. How you doing?
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you back. Pico says, well, we're all on the edge of our sits about that one. Piff Dancing with the Stars. Anyways, he means we're all on the edge of our seats with that one. JD King says, Pico at Kimberly was cute, but Spice from Nitro Girls was pretty.
Dude, there was an innumerable amount of pretty women on there.
That's fine.
Miss Hancock,
Right?
Stacy Keebler.
Was she part of the elves?
She was a lot. Her legs were taller than the elves just by themselves.
Halo says Sophie, it's not cute playing dumb, just saying. Pico says, I'll have to Google Spicy Spice. Illa says, and Ginger from Spice Girls was hot. Matthew's like, bro, let me tell you, bro.
Which one was
bro,
Ginger?
He is, well, bro, I don't want to put the guy down. Bro, Judy didn't get it, bro. Matthew, are you okay? Are you having a stroke? Do you smell toast? And call 911 if you smell toast. Oh, man. Sophie's like, imagine if Eric Bischoff did by WCW before the WWE did.
Yeah, who knows what would have happened.
People was like, haha, playing dumb got me nowhere.
You know, they bought that company for literally $2 million.
True.
Vince paid more for pussy than he did for WCW.
He did. Robbie says, Ayla, you do it all the time, LOL. Ayla's like, me either. That's why I'm here. So he's like, I miss Elizabeth isn't part of the WWE Hall of Fame, really. Pico says, Sex Panther was quality back then. So potent. Ayla says, Robbie, where'd being short get you? Have you washed the stranger's ball sweat off your face today? Matthew says, Champ, I ate mushies in May and saw some shit. Intuition. Fucking crazy. Freedom is scary. Pico's like, I need a coffee break. You and me both, Pico. Fuck. Chris Akane says, I want to see some Shotzi. I was like, Ayla, I know I'm sure, Ayla, do you have any new insults? It was like, bring me some Fat Lisa. And Ayla's like, no. JD King says, I wonder what would happen if AEW shows sex on the wrestling.
I just don't think they're going to do it. It's too woke. The world's too woke. Like, if you did anything, unless it was the women's idea and it was written by the women and no man had any say in it before it went on TV, then it could go.
They would still have somebody get all upset about it, even if they were the ones writing it. Women are so fucking dumb.
Right, but they could do it as a women's lib thing.
It would be so fucking stupid. I don't like how you put me in that outfit.
Oh, no, I'm talking about, it would literally all have to be them.
No, I'm talking about them complaining about them doing what they're doing to themselves. Bitches are stupid. They're fucking dumb. They do the dumbest fucking shit, and they do it, and then they complain about their own shit that they did. Bitches are stupid. That's all I have to say about that. Desmond is in the chat. Hey, Desmond says, hello, everyone. I'm late.
Hello.
Oh, my God. Did you take a pregnancy test? Who's the daddy? Just kidding. Now you're fine, my friend. Sophie says, and of course the WWE did the invasion story all wrong with them getting lower tier talent instead of waiting for the main eventers to do the invasion storylines.
Yes.
Matthew says, I wouldn't mind a fat Lisa, too. Bart says, here I am, yet again at 3 a.m. watching your stream. That's amazing, Bart. Thank you so much for being up so late.
What is so, I mean, isn't that just the coolest thing? Like, you just wake up and it's 3 o'clock. You're like, you know what? I know people that are going to be live.
Like, I'm totally going to watch some wrestling gab. Robbie says, Ayla, you were slacking. It was like, you get us coffee, fat Lisa, and I'll get it next time. Sophie says, Carlton for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is going to be the co-host of the new season of Dancing with the Stars.
Hell yeah.
It was like, nah, you're just not interesting. Crazy says, I may be alone on this, but I loved Sid Vicious as champion.
Absolutely. Sid Justice, Sid Vicious, either one of them in both companies was the shiznit.
Ravi says, Ayla, you're a super freak.
Psycho
Matthew
Sid.
says, Stacy had legs for days. LOL, that was my Vince Russo impression, bro. Sophie says, if Eric Bischoff did by WCW, I could see it not going that far. Piccolo says, if it's anything like my Sonic runs, I'll be back at 10:30. Right, Piccolo? If I could take you like 2 hours. You'd be like in the parking lot. You'd probably still be in the drive-thru going like, is it 3 o'clock in the morning yet? Philip says, I am so excited for SummerSlam. Sophie says, Chris Jericho, The Miz, also did Dancing with the Stars.
Vince did it right. Because when he bought the company,
Yeah.
it was like $100 million in debt. But when he bought it, they could write it off as a cable company.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Turner wrote it off.
Yes.
So if somebody else would have bought it and taken it over, granted that stuff would have been written off, but the stars' contracts would have expired, and then they would want that same kind of money again, and they wouldn't be able to afford hundreds of millions of dollars, right?
Right.
And so he would have had to, those guys would have left. They would have went to WWE anyways, and he would have got the lower level talent. And he would have to find a TV station for it to play on, because TNT wasn't going to have it on their shit anymore.
True. Right, yeah. I mean, true that. Let's see. Ravi's like, Karen's. Sophie says, any news on that WoW promotion, like if it's still happening? The only thing I heard was that Tessa is no longer part of it.
I thought somebody in here the other day said they had watched it. I looked it up, and I couldn't find it anywhere that it's playing, but I did hear some people say that they have picked up a new season of it or something, so I have no idea what's happening with WoW.
Right. Matthew's like, we love you, Misty. Yeah, you fucking better love me. Film says, I hope SummerSlam will have a lot of women on the card so I can call it the Summer of Armpits. Great. Vindicator's like, oh yeah, Travis, on NXT, they broke up the tag champions, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. The same story they wanted to do with Sasha and Naomi, but they couldn't refuse it because they are veterans. They are not veterans wrestlers, I meant.
Boom. I knew they had broken them up. I didn't know they were tag team champions. I don't watch the show a lot. I try to go back and watch it, but then I forget what day it's on, and then I'm like a week later, 2 weeks later, and I'm like, shit.
Pickle says, when I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man that wakes up next to you. Nice.
I
Phil's
would
like,
walk 500.
yes, Ayla's giving us some of that too.
Da, 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 da.
Phil says WWE Summer of Armpits pay-per-view. Looks like WoW is still around. They put a full episode on their YouTube channel each week. Matthew says, I heard Naomi is off the roster too. Sophie says, Impact was in the same position as AEW is in right now by being the number 2 wrestling promotion. Now they are number 3. Luke says, and Tessa Blanchard was on this week's episode, so she's still on WoW.
Well, because it's old. They recorded a long time ago. They don't put them on live.
Yes. Ayla's like, and I would walk 500 miles. JD King says, do you think Kevin Sullivan was good? He had a good match with Chris Benoit.
Kevin Sullivan writes for AEW. He's pretty good. He knows what he's doing.
Robbie says, Piccolo, you walking 500 miles? And Luke's like, and I would walk 500 more. Piccolo's like, and I would walk 500 more. And Sophie's like, I thought Women's of Wrestling promotion is supposed to be on CBS. And Luke's like, LOL, Piccolo.
It is owned by CBS.
Vindicator's like, WoW is a great promotion indeed, Luke. I wish it was a direct pipeline for AEW. Matthew says Ted Turner was one of the first to see value in content. We have Paul Heyman talking to Madcap now.
We do.
Interesting. Money and prestige.
The prestige.
Piccolo says, seriously, does Tessa have nuclear heat? Is she even that good of a wrestler? I don't know. But would she walk 500 miles?
He's saying he can wrestle him if he wins.
Sophie says CM Punk's wife is behind that all-women's promotion. Madcap's not sure. You are desperate? Oh, he's really worried. He's really worried about people cashing in.
Ah.
It was like, just to be the man who rolled 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. So it was like Tessa at this point is on the black ball of wrestling promotions. Rob is like, nah, Kolish is terrible. Looks like Tessa seems to be good on WoW.
I would just put her and Sasha Banks together as a tag team.
And see her watch it implode.
And just sit back and record that shit. Like, here it is, reality TV at its finest.
Right? Here's your two boiled-ass rotten brat people.
Just let it go. Or put them in a match for a vacant title for your company. So say it's AEW. Vacate the title. And that's it. That's your main event.
Right.
And just say, it's a shoot. Go. Let them just fight.
Let's go for it.
Oh,
Ayla's
yeah.
like, dad. Matthew's like, Paul Heyman is teasing something. Ayla says, when Travis sings, it just puts tears on my eyes. So talented. Matthew's like, da. And Luke's like, da. You guys are weird.
Da.
Yeah.
La da.
Sophie's like,
Da.
I heard one of the AEW Dark shows lasted 2 hours this week. JD King says, WoW is better than Glow Wrestling.
I don't remember Glow, but I'm assuming it was from the 80s.
Robbie says, Matthew, would you let Paul be your manager? Ayla's like, I heard Sophie figured out how to use Google. Ayla says, Matthew would let Paul be his butt buddy. Sophie's like, SummerSlam will be the second time Roman will defend both his championships since he won it at Mania. Robbie says, Ayla, did Sophie teach you? And Ayla's like, yep. Matthew's like, Robbie, it'd be a mutual agreement. Vindicator says, Tessa is a 5-star wrestler. She is not just not attractive.
Her body's fine. It's that face. She's looking like Carmella.
Pickle is like, hey, Google, how do I Alexa? Matthew says, scissor kisses. Luke says, the fact AJ Lee is head of WoW talent seems to be making a good impact. Robbie says, you would be a champ with Paul. And Sophie says, I'm surprised the WWE haven't offered Tessa a contract. She's too much of a liability. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Pickle says, scissor me, Daddy Matt. Matthew is like, scissors and lots of gross kisses. And Ayla's like, oh, I started something sexy. Pickle's like, aha, love Friday shenanigans. Crazy says, D, you don't get the credit you deserve for reading all of these comments. Sheesh, I couldn't do it. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Crazy. Robbie says, Sophie, stop with the fake news. Sophie's like, I don't think I was born when Glow was around or a thing heard about it, though.
You were born.
Matthew says, hello, Luke, what the fuck did you do? You let Ayla perfect her brew. Vindicator's like, nah. Batman. Oh. Yes. It was like, Luke needs me. Walter's like, Madcap for the win. All right, Walter. We got some reasonable people in the chat still.
Madcap does not beat Theory. Unless it's like, a count out.
Oh, Forson Emmanuel's in the chat. Hey, Forson says, hello. Please, I'm back again. Thanks for seeing you guys again. Hearts. Well, thanks for being here, Forson. Appreciate it, my man. Hopefully you're having a good day. Ayla says, I wasn't around when gravity was invented, but I'm still on the ground. Matthew's like, it's for mother. Rob is like a hole in the head. Sophie's like, out of all the Batmans, who was the best one playing Batman?
Michael Keaton.
Ben Affleck, Adam West, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Michael Keaton. Well, I'm going to say Michael Keaton because I really like his Batman. But I'm also going to say Adam West because Adam West was Batman.
I don't like to use the Adam West one because it's a series, and so it shouldn't count.
Bang!
It should be on its own.
Pow!
Oof.
Those are the best.
Pow. Oof.
Looks like, speaking of that song, here is a link to a heavier version. You and Travis should give it a listen when you get time. Ooh, I've got time right now.
Yeah, because
I don't know what's happening.
Male models.
Massey is on there. Old Massey. He's got impressive hamstrings.
Why are they talking about his
inseams.
body? He's got a 42-inch inseam. Bullshit.
He's got your inseams. He's got your inseam. I'm not going to listen anymore to what... Oh, I can't do that with this one. I hate my life. New phones are stupid.
It doesn't have a jack. You're going to have to get the adapter if you want a hard plug in.
Well, I'd like to at least have one so I can do stuff like that. God Damn it. Where's your phone? Let me see your phone.
Titillate your juicy pleasures.
I just want to listen to it.
Beachwear collection. Next week, guys.
Spamming
Is
a
there
taco?
a woman? Is there a woman coming, or is that just over there?
Spamming a taco. There's a girl with Maxine Dupree. It's Maxine!
Maxine Dupree.
It's not just Max anymore.
So is it sister?
Just over here rocking out. $500 more.
You remind me of the people I see on TikTok live streaming. I'm always like, how the fuck do these people have 1,000 people that watch their shit?
This is how.
Just start.
They just do stupid shit.
Put it on TikTok. You got the phone right there.
Yeah!
All right, Madcap and Theory's match started a while back, and they're just barely getting underway. It took them 40 seconds to touch each other. Now they touch themselves.
Oh my god, ew. Nasty. Anyways, Walter's out. That's actually pretty good.
After that, I'm sure he is.
Walter?
Your headbanger's
He's
ball.
leaving. He's sad. Here's your stuff. Thanks.
Why do you have a pause?
I didn't. I had it playing, but I guess it left.
My phone's gonna die.
Oh no!
It's in the red.
Sadness. Let's see. JD King says, I think Chris Benoit had depression before he did what he did.
No excuse.
There's no excuse for what he did. No excuse.
Millions of people have depression, right?
Not excusing any of his actions of what he did.
How many of them kill their kid with their bare hands, and then their wife, and then go hang themselves?
And they go, well, I'll just spare the one that's not here. It's fine.
Wait, strangulate yourself? I mean, is it hanging if you're not actually hanging?
Well,
You see what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
he put a thing around his neck and then let the weights go, so the weights did it.
Yeah, I don't know. So he can't even take responsibility for his own death. What a sicko. Looks like Keaton, then Bale. Matthew's going with Bale. Walter's like Tuesday in the MLB All-Star Game. I'm going to watch it.
I
Good
think
deal,
we're going to
my
be
friend.
watching it also.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is happening. Vindicator's like, I'm having a great day. Not that anyone asked. Well, I didn't know I was supposed to ask you, Vindicator, but I'm glad that you're having a fantastic
It's on
day.
the same night as Shark Week. It's weird to me. I don't understand why they would do that, but...
It looks like I'm biased because I have a giant crush on George Clooney. Forson says, I miss you guys very much. We miss you too. Don't ever leave us. You can't leave us ever again.
You have a crush on George Clooney, huh? I could see him because he's like a handsome guy, but his acting is terrible.
Yeah, I guess.
The only movie I've ever liked him on was Dusk Till Dawn.
Right? That's true. Yeah.
Like, I honestly thought he was a good actor. I'm not kidding, because I saw Dusk Till Dawn. And first of all, I didn't know Dusk Till Dawn was a vampire movie. First, let me come out clear there. But the next thing is I thought he was a good actor. So I went to this movie that he was in, and it was like something in Iraq. And they were like in a train car. Have you seen this fucking movie? I think it's called like Three Kings or something.
No.
Oh.
No, I refuse. I don't want to know anything about George Clooney movies. I don't like him.
Oh.
I don't like his acting at all.
You don't like Clooney?
I can't stand him. Can't stand him. Looks like
I didn't mind
know
the
West
Oceans
counted, but I
movie.
love him.
Yeah, see, I don't put it in there. West is his own because it was a series.
Looks like kablooey, right?
Right.
Bam! Pow!
Holy ape shit.
And Robin was always like,
Holy bright light, Batman. He's got a flashlight.
I love it. It was like the only reason is because he's gorgeous, not because of his acting.
Right.
Yeah, got it. Vindicator's like, but my day might be ruined by maximum male misfits. Matthew says Adam West was a live action comic book in my opinion.
Yes.
Sophie says mine is Bale, Keaton, West, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, and the worst Batman, Ben Affleck. I don't know.
What about the new
this
guy?
This last Batman might be the worst.
Team Edward.
Team Glitter Boy. Ayla says, Vin, I could tell by that F-bomb you're having a great day. Crazy says, Burgess Meredith was Penguin. That whole cast was out of shape.
Just great shit.
Oh, Sophie's like, and I forgot the guy that played the new Batman. He is up there. Pico's like, I had set up a whole music voting game that one weekend when you and Ayla got all Richie Rich on us. Ayla's like, you have to use Bluetooth to delete the laughing. Yeah, I fucking have to use Bluetooth. Suck his butthole. Because every fucking Bluetooth things that go in your ear, these things, earbuds, do not fit my tiny, little tiny baby ears. Little tiny baby ears. And so they always fall out. Like, I can't chew. I can't talk. Even if I'm sitting there just all like this, they'll just slowly work their way out of my ear. I'm like, how fucking annoying. So now my ears hurt from them. It's dumb.
Mine do that too, but I don't pay attention to it. I just push them
Put them
back
back in. But then you touch it,
You
and
have
it stops something.
You
or
have
goes,
to
turns it up,
disable
or-
that. I disabled that completely on mine because if not, it hangs up phone calls and all.
Yeah,
I'm like,
does
how am
all
I
kinds
supposed
of
to be on
weird-
the phone if I can't keep
Touch
it in
it,
my ear?
right?
I'm all trying to wrap my lobe around it and like, and then it's like, bing.
Like, hello? Hello, are you there? Nope, you
actually-
fucking left.
I was talking to important people once and I was like,
Son of a bitch. Matthew's like, I
sorry
hope
about that.
Brock comes out. Walter's like, boo theory. And then he says, I hope Maxine Dupree will not be Io Shirai. Any other NXT call-up except her, please. I don't think it will be Io Shirai. It didn't look like her kind of silhouette.
Dupree.
Yeah.
Did she marry into Dupree?
Piccola says, I can keep it for another stream when y'all want to participate in something fun. You know what, Piccola, you're going to have to because this stream is almost over and I definitely want to participate in fun things. As Luke says, LOL, delete that. And Robbie says, who is Methane Pillman? Methany? Okay, her name is Bethany.
She's passed away. She's
And she
deceased.
is Bill Pullman, right? Bill? Is that his name?
No.
No? What is his name?
Brian
Brian?
Pillman.
Brian Pillman's wife.
Mom.
Or Brian Pillman Jr.'s mom.
Right.
He's in AEW, and she just passed away like a couple months ago. And I didn't know, and that's horrible. Losing your mom. And he's young, and he's lost both of his parents, and I think that's really sad.
He lost his dad before he knew who his dad was.
Yeah, like, and now he's lost his mom. He only had her. It's just really sad.
When he did his promo the other day, he said, I only trust 2 people in this world.
And now they're both dead!
No, he didn't say
Dead,
that.
dead,
He
dead.
said my aunt and then somebody else.
Aw.
Because he doesn't have a mom or dad. It was like, oh,
So
God.
sad.
That's terrible.
It's so fucking sad because I know how he feels. I don't have a mama either, and I miss my mama.
Oh,
Okay.
drop toehold right down into the corner. Madcap Mosca's
Oh, I
face
must not
first.
plug myself back in or
I
something.
feel like our audio went out.
Oh, it's
Oh.
because that's not working.
It is.
I have no idea what's happening.
That's we're all talking.
Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yaddies. Pickle's like, rockin' with the homies. It looks like they did a cover of Toto's Africa too. Oh, I think you sent that one to me. Anyways, I already said bye to Walter, but he left a while ago. Sophie says, are you going to do another gaming stream at some point like you did last week? Yes. Looks like this is why I love Talitha. Then you guys like, Talitha and those purple glasses remind me of Cindy Lauper from Manager of Wendy
Richter.
Richter, by the way. Nice. It was like Night Walter and Pickle says, the other night I watched a Valkyrie stream and 12,000 dummies seen her eat fresh sashimi in Japan.
Cool.
Really? That's funny. Sophie says, I feel like Maxine Dupree could be played by Mandy Rose.
I was
waste
thinking
of
that
her
too,
talent.
but she is the champion. It would make 0 sense to take the title off her to come up and
Be a
be
weirdo.
with a different name on the main roster.
Robbie says, is Theory turning into Cena?
Dun 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 dun. No, I could still see him.
I don't think so. Matthew says Madcap is strong. Piccolo says we are in a whole different world of simps. Looks like Piccolo, I was one of those dummies. I'm mod for her. I don't know who you guys are talking about. A Valkyrie stream? Is that the name of the
Is
person?
that Tyra Valkyrie, the wrestler?
I don't know who it is. Who's Valkyrie? Is that a Valkyrie? Is it a person?
Well, Tyra Valkyrie was the wrestler girl.
Okay.
Remember?
So, when you say you watched a Valkyrie stream, is Valkyrie an actual person?
Is it a game?
I don't know this person who is eating sashimi in Japan. Fresh sashimi. What's the difference between sushi and sashimi, Piccola? Tell us.
If she
there is a
washes or
difference.
doesn't.
No, it's food. We're talking about food,
Oh.
not washing your undercarriage. Robbie says that, Madcap that, la la la, Luke's like that, and Pico says, Walter, take care. Sophie says, I heard of simps before, but I don't know what that truly means. Pico's like, me too, I'm a dummy. Luke's like, let's not rehash the simp topic again. JD
That was
King
a long
says,
time ago.
does anybody ever like Cobra Kai? So we have a friend that likes it and watches it
I haven't
all the time.
seen it yet, and I love Karate Kid, so there's a good possibility I'd like it. I try to stay away from any new series because I'm always really afraid that they're going to be too woke. And so I don't watch them because I'm worried it'll ruin the original for me.
Right?
Like they'll have a tough woman or something that beats boys. And that stuff, it just, like, it makes things not realistic. It happened, what was that show we watched with the gladiators?
Oh,
Spartacus. Like Spartacus, they ruined Spartacus.
It was so great until the last
season. It was so good, and then the last season they had like some woman that could beat men, and it was like, come on, these guys are.
And it wasn't like she was like some big beefed up fucking bitch or something like that.
She was a
like
slave.
This tiny slave girl. All of a sudden, she's like, I can wield a sword. That's probably fucking heavier than half her body weight. And she's like, I can wield it and kill guys with it.
I never got to finish Spartacus.
Barf.
And so pretty upsetting. So anyways, that's why I try not to get involved in newer series.
Oh, looks like I love her streams. Cola, she's so unhinged. It's hilarious. Ayla says, an old friend of mine just hung himself. His funeral is this Thursday.
That's terrible. Suicide's real.
Matthew's like, T-Rex, the towel just helped snap the neck. I doubt if it was about image. Bryce says, Wrestling Gab, can I be excused? Something personal happened. I prefer not sharing it on the live stream. I just want to have a moment. That's fine, Bryce. Go. Take your time, baby.
Take care, boss.
Hugo says, use the Google. It'll tell you about simping. Sophie says, I like Ben Affleck, the actor, the person, not so much with him cheating on his wife.
Yeah, whatever.
Which one?
I don't care what they do in their private time.
Which one did he cheat on? Because
Madcap's all jazzed up. They're showing us that Madcap can hang with the big guys. They're really pushing him. Vince has been pushing these new guys, and all we hear is that he needs to build new characters. And now he is, and people are like, what the fuck?
I don't like him. He's stupid.
I can tell you I'm not a fan. But that's it. Disqualification.
Really
that was a 12-minute match.
Matthew really likes Theory. He wants to be his butt buddy, I heard. It's crazy. Rise like, Luke, you have confused Sophie. Haha. Sophie's like, I love Cobra Kai. JD King says, I thought Johnny was better than Daniel. Forson says, next month is my birthday. Think you will wish me well and give you something nice.
Woo!
And.
Happy birthday in a month.
Threatening. It's nice. Of course, we'll give you a happy birthday, Forson, but you got to come in and tell us when your birthday is because I don't know. I don't know you. Beagle is like, Luke, I guess because of Twitch, I found Sukono, then found all his friends. Luke says, Bryce, you don't need permission. Just go take care of what you need to do and be safe. Luke says, Piccola, I found the whole group because I've been a mod for her for 5 years. He said fur, but I refuse to say it that way because of something Ayla said one time that we say fur instead of floor. And so now I'm very conscious about it and try to say for all the time very distinctly. Matthew's like, I watched Three Kings once or twice. How do mercenaries develop? They choose not to die. Pickle says Robert Patterson is not that bad. Here, judge me. Opens arms. I don't care.
I haven't seen it yet. I've been trying to watch it.
Judge it. It's
my
a
daughter
3-hour goddamn
My daughter
movie.
won't watch it with me again, and she won't watch it. So I'm like, well,
I will watch it, but it's 3
I'm like, can we
hours
watch it an hour at a time?
Every time that he wants to watch it, it's
Sami
like,
Zayn did come out.
It's a weeknight when I have to go to work the next day, and it's
Every
like
time
9
you're
o'clock
saying
at
this,
night.
you're disrespecting the tribal chief Roman Reigns.
Oh no, he said it. Oh, Sammy's got a broken arm. Sad. Ayla's like, we can demand gifts for our birthday because mine is September 16th. I'd like money. I know what you'd like, bitch.
100 days before Christmas.
Vindicator says F-bombs are so liberating, aren't they, Daria? Sophie says, what channel does Luke not mod for? It looks like New York NY birthday or my birthday is
Here
September
comes the
25th.
Uso Penitentiary.
I don't have enough money to give all you people. I am poor. Jeez, you guys. What are you gonna do?
He's like, what are you going to do? Uso. Now he's a little scared.
Pico's like, baby ears. Yes, Robbie's like, LOD with baby ears. That's jokes. Can you guys not see my ears, how tiny they are? They're extremely small. They're tiny ears. They're small.
Oh, giant ears.
Very tiny ears.
For hearing.
They're very tiny. Maya's like, Champ, I'm sorry to hear that. Looks like, oh, Sophie, it's because I was born into the internet. I was shaped and forged by it, so I know what I'm doing.
Do you think he'll turn it in?
No.
Oh, look at that. He got attacked from behind.
Sophie says, I have weird ears, and how are your dogs doing?
They're all doing fine that I'm aware of. They're outside right now, so.
Yeah.
Barry
It was
just
like,
got tossed out.
fuck. Why isn't it fuckity fuck?
My question is
Bryce says,
Madcap's
"Thank you,
a face? The Usos are heels, yet they both hate Theory.
That's weird.
Like, Theory just got beat up by Madcap.
Ayla says, yes, Finn, laughing.
Look, we gotta find out who that is. The reveal of the referee.
Who's the special guest referee reveal? Who's it gonna be? Up next, we have Jimmy Uso versus Angelo Dawkins. My friends, it's happening again. Sophie says, I only see Luke in this stream and I think some other stream. Pico says, wow, Luke, you've been on this stuff forever. I wish I got into more and be able to create things. Matthew says, my friend is on the fritz. I don't know. I just try to help. Ayla says, Luke, we birthday friends. Cool, give me money. Luke says, Sophie, just because you don't see me does not mean I don't see you and all your posts. Ayla's like, Luke is a spy. Rob is like, D, randomly sounding like Cartman at times. LOL. Sophie says, Io Shirai contract expires next month. And
Bye.
she says the only way she would re-sign with the WWE is if she gets called up to the main roster.
I don't think she wants to be up there, but good luck to her.
She won't be anything. She'll just get thrown into the wind like poor, what's her face?
She won't even be as good as Asuka. So, like, she
No,
won't.
I'm not talking about Asuka. I'm talking about the other girl that's really pretty.
Kairi Sane?
No.
Oh, pretty girls.
Yeah, she's pretty and short, and has a really nice body, and she's Chinese.
Oh, Xia Li.
Yeah, I want to see more Xia Li.
Yes.
Can I please see more Xia Li? Vindicator says, every move you make, every step you take, Luke will be watching you. Looks like yes, Finn. Sophie says, Maxine Dupree, that came out of nowhere. Crazy says, I can't wait for Orton to be heel and feud with Riddle. Those vignettes are his, not Edge.
It's going to be interesting how they do everything next year when everybody's back. Randy's going to be back. Cody's going to be back.
Luke says,
Big E's going to be back.
No, Valkyrie is the top female streamer on YouTube. I mod for her. Oh, okay. Sophie says about Jazzy Guns, she is funny. Pico says she's a vlogger, gamer, internet personality. Luke says she's the second most popular female streamer in the world, stats-wise. Sophie says, Luke, where else do you see me? And Luke's like, Valkyrie is a legend. It was like, yeah, Luke. And Vindicator says, I like Dakota Kai more than Cobra Kai.
I don't know where Dakota is. Be interesting to see.
Robbie says, Sophie, Luke can see you everywhere. Matthew says, Xena Warrior Princess. Sophie says, when I get into a series, if I like it, I binge it from beginning to end. If I'm not 100% sure if I like it or I don't, I take a break from after a few episodes. Luke says she streams games, real world vlogs. She's in music videos, does food streams as part of the most popular streamer friend groups out there. Sounds like a really sad life. Piccolo says Spartacus had Liv Morgan or a version of her. It looks like Luke is the darkness and a shadow. He's the cold and a breeze. Where have I heard that before? Luke says this. Film says Austin Theory disqualifying the match. It looks like he's the tiny camera in Sophie's film. Sophie says, never seen Spartacus, heard mixed reviews of it. Piccolo says, right, Luke is staring at me on this webcam on my laptop.
The first 3 seasons are pretty good.
Yeah, they were really good.
I think it's 3. There might be the first 2. Well, the first one is actually the second season because they had to remake a prequel because the guy in the original one,
he got cancer and he passed away.
And he died, so they had to recast it. So, yeah, so there's 3 seasons that are good, and then the 4th season's kind of the weird one.
Yep. Vindicator says this Moss versus Theory was actually pretty good and fresh. This is what we need every week.
Oh,
new,
face-to-face.
unexpected matches that can become
Brock's going to be
great.
on next week.
It's what AEW does almost all the time. Sophie says, Wrestling Gab, has any of your birthdays fall onto one of the days you do this? I don't think they have yet. Have they?
That?
Have any of our birthdays yet fallen on days we do this?
Mine could have.
I don't remember.
I know this year coming up will. It'll be Friday the 13th for me.
Yay. Luke says, I'm watching you all making a list. Robbie's like, who would have thought that Sophie would have a YouTube channel? It was like, I told you I have to watch how I say for now, too, because someone pointed it out to me. Matthew's like, nothing on the internet is secure. Sophie says, I feel like Austin Theory will defend his briefcase like Otis did.
I've always said 4.
4.
Always. Never not in my life.
You don't just talk really fast and all of a sudden you say fur.
No.
I
That
bet
sounds
you do.
southern.
You just don't really
No.
You don't
Okay,
realize
you
you're
would know.
doing it
Right.
until you're pointed out that you did it.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying. Vindicator says, you checking that list twice, Luke, telling Santa I've been a good boy. People
comes the
says, I
Street
want
Profits.
a pony or a koala bear. My B-day is in January.
Mine.
Luke's laughing. Sophie says, with Theory, he is in 3 different feuds at once with Ziggler, Lashley, and now Sami Zayn.
Do you think it's a Kobe Bryant thing that they do? One wears a 6 and one wears a 24.
Maybe.
And Kobe wore both of those numbers? Or was it 8?
I don't know.
Maybe that's LeBron's was the 6. I think Kobe was 8. Never mind. Scratch that.
Sophie says, with Theory, he is in 3 different... I read that. Matthew says, I want a good main event. Robbie says, did anyone subscribe to Sophie's channel? Film says, oh, Travis, I have the exact same Money in the Bank briefcase that I have. Mine is the green with the yellow lettering Money in the Bank. I have one.
Woo!
Pickle says,
Can't
hey,
get them now.
is there a sub sandwich in that briefcase, Travis? It would have been rotted, you guys. That's gross.
It is not the little lunchbox one. Those ones they are still selling. I could get one of those.
Pickle's like, I've lurked in Sophie's channel before. Film's like, I actually got the briefcase when SmackDown was coming to town where I was at. Somebody was giving away a Money in the Bank briefcase. Vindicator says, all right, well, listen. I like the Usos and the Prophets, but I've seen enough of them against each other for one lifetime. So, unfortunately, I'm going to check out early. See you guys on Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us,
It is
Vindicator.
a singles match. It's a one-on-one match.
Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, they're locking up.
Have a great weekend, Vindicator. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Jimmy, it looks like. So these are the 2 B players on their team.
Ayla says, I saw her channel too, then randomly a TikTok account with the exact same video followed me on TikTok. Not Sophie, though. Sophie says, Cody will be back probably at the same time as Orton. Pico says, I'm more excited to see Cody, but who knows who will be back. Sophie says, with the AEW injury bug, do you see any differences TV-wise? Robbie says, message retracted. Sophie says, whose birthday first, Dee or Travis?
Mine.
Robbie says, Picola, what did you lurk at on Sophie's channel? Luna says, I remember the RKO Vine memes. Vine was way cooler than cringy TikTok. FK Musically, shame that Vine went defunct, right?
Yeah, my daughter would take pictures of me and put it on there when she was little, like 7.
Right. Ayla says, I heard Travis say fur before.
No, yeah.
Robbie's like, D, you do it all the time. I know, and I hate it. Sophie's like, my B-day is in February. Ayla says, it's usually when you talk a little faster, you just don't notice.
Mm-hmm.
Pico says, I don't know. I look up people randomly because I believe they're bots. Robbie says, dead and gone. Dead and gone, Sophie.
Through.
Like, just kidding, and Ty. Anyways, I'm going crazy. Gave us a super chat. Hey, thank you so much for giving us a super chat, Crazy. We really appreciate that. We really do. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Woo.
Says, lunch on me for all the hard work you guys put in every week. Oh, that is so
Always
sweet.
here, but we
Such
do
a
appreciate
sweetie.
you.
Thank you so much. Matthew says, Brock better save the night. Robbie's like, big up my man with the super chat. Sophie says, how did you come across my channel, P-Cola? Looks like, oh, super chat.
All you
And
have to do is
Pickle
click
says,
on your name.
Hey, kitty popped up on the screen. Leopold.
He did.
Yeah, he was up top on one of the...
He likes to sleep on the cable box.
Yeah, because it's warm. And so he jumped down because somebody was making some noise out that way. Matthew's like, scissor kisses. And Pickle's like, Sophie, you got dogs and stuff.
Scissor kisses.
Scissor kisses. That is not... No. No. That's so gross. It was like, I have looked up most all of you guys. Matthew says, I'm a bot. Pickle says, that's about it. I moved on. It was like, by clicking on your name, Sophie. Robbie's like, D can get some more cheesecake from Costco. You know, that cheesecake cost about that much there, Robbie. $20. American
Yeah, nothing's
style.
cheap anymore.
That chocolate cheesecake was the bomb. Then I put it in the fridge. I forgot all about the extra piece I put in there. So now it needs to be thrown away.
That's not the stink, is it?
It shouldn't be. It's in a container. Why would that
I don't
smell
know.
like
Something
that?
smells in there, and I can't find it. I went through every shelf except for the very top.
I don't think there's anything there. I mean, I guess something might have
I
gotten
went through
pushed
the
back.
eggs, all of them. Anyways, does not matter. We are in a commercial break. Sorry, we're talking about stinky fridges.
Illa's like, Costco. Pico's like, cheesecake. Mmm. Illa says, I took some home. It was delicious. Matthew says, I love these frozen eclairs at Costco. Bob is like, Illa subscribed to Sophie's channel. Did she know?
I have to check it out. You have a lot of videos? Is it named after your dog?
Sophie? Yes.
Well, I knew she was. I'm just wondering if the channel, like, if it's about her dog.
Yes. Ayla says fresh eclairs are better. Pickle says, you can find my channel, being a movie snob and enjoying 90s MTV videos.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Can you do it on your actual channel? Like, are you actually playing the videos? Is that legal?
I'm pretty sure they don't play the movies on the channel. They probably do what we're doing.
That's awesome.
Thumb says, Matthew, who will be in a hairy armpit match, Nikki, ASH, or Liv Morgan? I choose Nikki. What about you? Ayla's like, I didn't. You didn't what?
Subscribe to Sophie's channel.
Ayla's like, on YouTube, Fat Lisa. Pickle's like, I just have playlists.
So
Playlists are
this
fun.
Saturday, they're doing a celebrity softball game.
Softball?
Yeah, because it's the All-Star weekend.
Celebrities?
Yeah.
Ew.
And professional athletes, or
Oh.
former ones. But
Oh.
The Miz is going to be in it.
Oh, well, that's kind of, I mean, I know that's okay for him being in there, but
Or maybe it's
other celebrities?
Anyways, it's one of the
Blech.
days. It's either Saturday night or Sunday night.
Matthew's like, Ayla won't send me any eclair. Dude, they do not travel well. Gosh.
Just send it to him.
You really? Yeah. Ayla, you know what? In this heat, you should just make some eclairs and send them to him. And
You
then
can
he
box
should
them
take
in with
pictures
dry
of you
ice.
Watching them. No. Nope. You don't. Nope. You don't box them up.
Why
to
do
make
you
them
do
look
weird
nice,
things?
Or you just put them in a box and just go for it. Just send it to him. Just too bad. That's what you
Big
get.
right hand right there. Dawkins is stunned.
Robbie's like, D, you're a celebrity. Only for you am I a celebrity, Robbie. I know how much you love me. But nobody else am I a celebrity to. Matthew's like, hello, Miss D trying to poison me. You're the fucker who wants him. You want him? Let's fucking send him. It looks like the custard would melt. The box would fall apart. Oh, no. That's his problem, remember? You warned him. Now we're going to make some eclairs and we're going to send him to his ass.
Make them all mint. Fucking mint.
Fucking mint.
And then... bleh.
There. Feels like Miss D is cool, including Travis himself as well. Yeah, we're cute. Matthew says, I bet they will be alright. Send it FedEx. Phil says, Matthew, did you
Overnight.
get my question?
You might be able to do an overnight.
Sophie says, for the Madison Square Garden
Oh!
Raw show.
Sorry, buddy. I yelled in his ear.
They killed the ref.
The referee is done.
What you doing? Come here.
Look.
Come see
1,
me. Come see me.
2, 3. Who's going to be the guest referee? They're going to show up now.
No.
They got to show up now.
No. Wake up.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have one either.
Is that the Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Guy?
Little nature boy.
Wake up for the love of God. Why are you
His
being
name's
mean
Charles
to the ref?
Robinson.
Mr. Robinson.
He's getting beat up.
What is it?
That might do it.
Is it a monster?
Can you
You're
see
getting
now?
So big.
There he goes. 1, 2, and 3. What the fuck? His shoulder wasn't down. His shoulder wasn't even remotely close to down.
Oh, what? No shoulders down?
Not even close.
That's redonkulous. His shoulder was down. His shoulder wasn't down. His shoulder was totally down.
We need real referees. They're going to have to take Charles Robinson's job away from him.
Yeah.
Look at his shoulder. It's all the way over.
Right.
See?
Well, he couldn't see on that side. He was only on the other side, so
He was
that's
booty
probably...
blinded.
No,
It's like being snow blinded, but with a nice piece of ass.
What? Are you saying that Uso was a nice piece of ass?
Maybe it was Ford that he was looking at. I don't know who he's looking at.
He's only seeing one side of the guy, so he only saw one shoulder. So, you know, that stuff. It's weird. Oh, let's see. Sophie's talking about for the Madison Square Garden Raw show. It will be for the 20th anniversary of Rey Mysterio.
Okay, here comes Postman Pierce. Woo!
He's going to say who it is.
Woo!
Ravi says, DLO, do you get recognized from your channel? In my town? No, Ravi. No, nobody here. Nobody watches it here. Except Ayla. I guess if I run into Ayla, she could point me out. Look, oh my god, it's Dalitha from Wrestling Guy.
Oh my god.
I can't wait until that happens. Ayla, can we make up a meetup and you can like record it and shit and put it on TikTok?
It's them. It's really them.
It's them. It's them. Matthew says, not my problem. Ayla's like, put them in Ziploc. We should make a Claire's Lith. It is so much easier with two people. Ayla, have you seen those viral TikTok cinnamon rolls?
Is it Jeff Jarrett? I think it's Jeff Jarrett.
Is that weird?
He just doesn't belong in WWE.
Mm-hmm. Special guest.
He's a scissor daddy. He does this.
Picola says, I'll trade you and send some key lime pie or something. Would you have made it yourself, though? Because you have to make it yourself in order for it to be worth the effort.
Who here is excited about this?
I don't know. It looks like, what the fuck?
This is
so
the
I haven't
weird...
got there yet. I'm trying to get there.
This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Sophie says, and a September episode of SmackDown will be anniversary of Goldberg's WCW Nitro debut. Film says, Matthew, who will win in Harry Armpit, Nikki Ash, or Liv Morgan? Who do you think will win? Ravi says, LOL, the ref is down too. Ayla says, Fat Lisa, I'll make you eclairs right now, haha. Film says, oh, Miss DSI, left armpit, sweet man. Matthew's like, talk about exaggerated. Sophie's like, yesterday my house lost power twice. Once lasted about 15-20 minutes. The second time was most of last night while I was sleeping. Ayla says, you can see pictures of my baked goods on Instagram if anyone is interested. Ha ha ha. Film says, is it a draw again? It was like, Dulitha can't go anywhere anymore. Everyone knows her. Starbucks knows her name. She was shooketh last time. It was like, no, I haven't. Send them to me. Film says, oh man, it's Jeff Jarrett. And Ravi says, you must be a celeb if you got nearly 2K subs. LOL. Yeah, out of the billions upon billions of people on planet Earth. That's great. It looks like, what the fuck? And Pico's like, D is all bougie in real life and has paparazzi follower. So if it's like, too bad chocolate chip cookies isn't involved. Derek Murchison is in the chat, says, Jeff Jarrett, why?
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
Film says, Matthew, Nikki, or Liv. Film says Jarrett, not Jared. Matthew says...
There wasn't one person that woke up this morning and thought Jeff Jarrett.
Ayla says, Sophie, I'll send you grass seed. I'm sure your lawn is dead with all your squat walking. Robbie says, Film, they both suck, LOL. Piccolo says, yeah, I'm not excited about that. Luna says, good night and goodbye, Wrestling Gab.
Good night.
Bye, Luna. Film says he's going to be the special guest referee. Awesome. Film's excited about it.
Yeah.
Sophie's like, I'm not excited about that. Film's like, JJ is the special guest referee. That's awesome. We have one. We have one person in our chat that's excited about it.
It's weird.
5 people that have no fucking clue who he is. Including me.
Jeff Jarrett.
Crazy says he better bring his guitar. It was like
it
nothing for you then. Bill says, Robbie, wait, what are you talking about? Pico says, is it because SummerSlam is in Nashville?
Yes.
Sophie says, well, it kind of makes sense since SummerSlam is taking place in Tennessee. Well, why couldn't they get Kane to be the special guest referee?
Geez.
He's a goddamn fucking mayor in Tennessee. Coffee says, I'm gone now. Matthew says, Double J is interesting, but not really. Martha says, I'm out of here. And Film says, Miss D, who will win an armpit deodorant match? AJ Lee or Rhea Ripley? I'm going with Rhea. Robbie says, Film that both Ash Morgan, both like they look that type. Jones the cat says, yeah. Derek says, Jarrett ruined the whole thing.
Just ruined it all.
I waited that whole episode to learn it was this dumb bastard. I don't even know who he is, and I'm disappointed. Complete disappointment. Sergeant Judy Hops needs their bunny sleep. Sophie says about Jeff Jarrett was a last minute thing.
That's
Matthew says Kane is the mayor of Tennessee. That would be the governor, but he's just the mayor of a city.
Who was in here on Monday or whatever and said, do you think it's going to be... I think it was the King or something, wasn't it? That's who he thought it was going to be. It was Jerry Lawler, huh?
Yeah, I think he thought it was going to be Jerry. Film says, bye, Miss D. Thank you for showing your left armpit. Bye, Jerry. Here's both of them. Ooh, I flashed you. Bye, Travis. Thank you for being a cool bro. Bye, everyone in the chat. God bless America. God bless WWE.
He's like, spank bank, spank bank.
It is raining so hard here. It isn't showing me the ending of SmackDown. Sophie, it's fine. Nothing really happened. There was some technicalities of if Dawson really pinned the Uso. And then that pretty much ended. And then they came out, Adam Pearce came out and said, it's Jeff Jarrett. And everybody was like, bleh. And then Pat McAfee made some nasty comments. You didn't miss much.
No.
Looks like not everyone. Robbie says, yeah, JJ, he sings terrible country songs as he wrestles. Film's like, Robbie, well, that's your opinion. I like both of them. It was like, not everyone. Robbie's like, deal, you will get copyrighted for that, won't I? Film's like, yes, thank you, Miss D. Pickle's like, I'm leaving this crazy place. Film says, oh, wow. Matthew's like, oh, Miss D, what dream come true for Vin? No, for Film, not Vin. Crazy kind of talked him up. I kind of talked him up last stream saying I missed him as WCW champion.
That's funny.
Matthew's like, LO, not Vin. I'm at Film, and Film's like, you're the best, Miss D. Anytime, my friend. Derek's like, I'd rather have Jerry Lawler. Matthew's like, not Vin. Ryan's like, Film, Ash, and Morgan are both dirty. Of course, they suck. I was like, bye, Matthew. Make sure you tell me who's going to win the match. It was like, haha, Vin and Film. Like, it's neat. I'm leaving. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. And yes, Ayla, I'll send you the TikTok of that. Or I'll just take a picture of the recipe I decided to type up today real quick and print out for somebody else.
All right, everybody. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.